Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the week of September 20th. We're going to jump right in here. We're going to take a look at your current general energies in this first row. Then we're going to look at anything unexpected coming in for you in your second row. And then we're going to look at any advice for this Mercury retrograde that is coming up on the 27th in your last row. Also, if I remember, I'm going to pull 3 yes or no question cards at the end, and I will give you time to think of your questions before I pull those cards, but I just forgot to do it for Scorpio, so it all depends on whether or not I actually remember to do it. But let's see here, Virgo, what is going on for you at this time? You start off with this broken open card here, so some of you could be revealing something, or something could be coming out here that makes you very happy. I would say you're going from the Queen of Swords to the Ace of Cups here. These two cards wanted to come out together, and you also have the Death card, which has the sun rising between the two pillars that are on the moon in the background of the Death card. So to me, this can kind of represent, this energy really represents major improvements. Look, Six of Swords as well. I feel like there are significant improvements coming in for you. You do have like a little bit of tricky energy showing up here. Doesn't surprise me. Mercury retrograde, right? It's like you have the Knight of Wands, Devil, Seven of Swords right here. I would say if you've been dealing with an inconsistent energy or an inconsistent person in the past, I would be careful during Mercury retrograde of letting that person into your life or letting them mess up your day or anything like that, because this is like lying, cheating, stealing energy right here. But you have the Queen of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the Death card, and the Six of Swords. I'm definitely getting like major improvements coming in for you here. There could be a fire sign, by the way, making you a love offer. Queen of Swords, Ace of Cups, King of Wands, or Knight of Wands right here. So if you're looking for love, it could be a fire sign. Could be any gender. I don't attach gender to my cards. But if you're looking for love, could be a fire sign coming in for you. I feel like you've been getting fire quite a bit as far as love is concerned. I'm pretty sure it's you, Virgo. I don't think it's anyone else. I'm pretty sure you're the one that keeps getting fire in the reading. So definitely could be fire. But I feel like you're kind of like in this stage of healing from something here. And you're ready for a change. The Queen of Swords, her back is facing this direction. She's facing forward. She is facing away from the past. And she's only focused on things that make her happy with the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups can be love, but it can also just be happiness, something that causes your cups to overflow. And that's like really where I feel like your focus is right now here, Virgo, with those cards. So I definitely like to see that. But let's see where this is going. With the Queen of Swords and the Eight of Cups, you have the Eight of Wands, or the Ace of Cups, I should say. You have the Eight of Wands. I do feel there is communication coming in for you. It could be like a very rushing energy. Could be someone who wants to like get moving very quickly. So, definitely something to think about there, but could be communication. With the Death card, you have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is like a card of needing to trust your intuition. I would definitely be careful with anyone who has secrets or anything like that here. Again, I'm not crazy about this right here. Knight of Wands, High Priestess, Devil, Seven of Swords. To me, that combination is not so great. So, but again, it's obvious. If someone has lied to you in the past, they're probably still a liar. If you feel like someone is telling you a lie, trust your intuition. They're probably lying to you. I would pay attention here. With this energy. The High Priestess also kind of like wants us to open up to something that has potential, and I do get that here for you, that there could be an opportunity that's coming in for you. She kind of represents a moment where something could be entering into our awareness. She represents that moment where we could be becoming aware of like a new idea or an opportunity, but just like that awareness, we just become aware of an idea and it's up to us to take action. Let's see where this is going. Yeah, 10 of Cups, fortune after difficulty, happiness. Look, you have the 10 of Cups, 6 of Swords, Empress, 3 of Wands. There's a very expansive opportunity that's coming in for you, but like the High Priestess to me is sometimes one of those things where there's a really good opportunity that comes our way, but we don't grab onto it like we should. It reminds me of like a couple years ago. I used to work at this cafe, and I wanted to quit because it was one of those things. I'd just been there for too long. It's like, if you ever, it wasn't a bad job at all. Had a great boss, but sometimes you just have a job for too long. It's time to leave, right? And I was at that point, at this job. And I had an opportunity to get a job, and I didn't take it, and I should have taken it because it would have allowed me to get out of the situation, right? And that's like the High Priestess sometimes. To me, that's not accurate tarot, but that's like the energy that I'm feeling for you here, Virgo, is that they're like, maybe it's just time to leave a situation like a relationship or a business or a job, and I feel like there's something coming in that you don't immediately pay attention to it. Why? With the High Priestess, like sometimes like the job was totally disconnected. It was something I'd never done before. That's why I didn't pay attention to it. I was like, I don't want to do that. But like looking back, I regret it. Probably would have been a great job. And it would have made my life easier at the time. Same thing here. It's like there might just be an opportunity where it's like just something you've never done before. It's a new experience, or maybe it just doesn't seem exciting. But the High Priestess really encourages us to like be curious, to look behind the curtain, right? She has this curtain behind her, but she needs to see what's back there. So I feel like it'll make you happy. So I would do it, is what I would say to you. This is looking really good for love as well. I don't necessarily think you're going to be in a relationship now. I do feel like some of you could be meeting a person through friends or someone who is a friend, and it's like going to develop into something more. That's what I'm getting here. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this security card. I feel for some of you, you could just be more secure than you realize. I feel like you could be also, like there could be an opportunity that comes in again. And I do feel it's a little unexpected here. I feel like these two things are connected, and it would provide you with a lot of security. You have the Knight of Wands, the Devil, and the Empress. I would be careful of anyone coming back from the past. Like I said, Mercury retrograde plus this right here. I don't like it. During Mercury retrogrades, we can have someone come back unexpectedly. We can have a person that we haven't talked to in a long time just like pop their ugly little head up. So I would be very careful of allowing anyone to come back from the past with this energy. Again, you have the Knight of Wands, Devil, and the Empress. I feel like there's a lot of abundance coming in for you here with the Empress energy, and it could be rather unexpected. I feel also the Devil kind of represents something that could take some energy as well. Kind of like what I'm getting here is weird. Sometimes I think that maybe we like need money, and there could, like, I just feel like there could be an opportunity where it's like gonna be a pain to do it, but it's also like worth it. Again, not to talk about myself here too much, but like where I live, there was this vineyard one year that was like hiring anyone who wanted to come pick grapes for them, and was paying under, like, not under the table, but it was like some sort of farm co-op thing where they like were able to pay you under the table. I don't remember, right? It was years ago, but I needed money at the time. So I went and I did it. I worked for the day, right? Kind of annoying, kind of like it was a long day, but it made me a bunch of money. So, I feel like for some of you, it's like I'm kind of picking up on a situation like that, where it's like maybe you need money. Maybe there's like someone who's hiring for holiday work or part-time work or, something like that. And I feel for those of you who need to increase your abundance, there could be like an opportunity, a little bit of a devilish energy. I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. Again, sometimes I feel like the devil can just be something that, yeah, it takes some energy, but we also do get something in return. Like I said, the Devil can just represent like a responsibility because it's tied to Saturn. So I do feel like some of you could be picking up extra responsibilities, but I feel like it would be worth it. For others, like I said, I do feel there's a person coming in for you. It could be very unexpected that someone is coming in for you here with this energy. So let's see where this is going for you, Virgo. You have the Chariot. Definitely a victory if a person is coming in for you here. For some of you, it could be like long distance. I do, for whatever, I don't know what it is, but sometimes during retrogrades, I feel like there is this like long distance energy where we could be meeting someone long distance. So, definitely could be possible for you. I do feel like there is a victory coming in for you. With the Devil, you have the Four Swords. Again, I would be careful, especially if you've healed from a toxic person from the past. I would, make sure that they don't come in and mess your day up, like I said. And with the Empress, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Resources, exactly what I was talking about. The Queen of Pentacles is the card of resources and gaining new resources. It's a card of resourcefulness as well, like needing to be resourceful. In the area of the unexpected, the Queen of Pentacles could say that maybe you have a talent, gift, skill, or ability that you don't know you could get paid for. Maybe like on YouTube, it's like, I never thought in a million, billion, trillion years that I'd be getting paid to read tarot cards. Like who ever thinks that's possible, especially on YouTube, right? Never thought that that was possible. So, again, you never know. You might have a talent, gift, skill, or ability that is going to get you paid, that is going to increase your resources. So look, this could also represent, like in the area of the unexpected, if you need resources like money, it could say that maybe you have something like in your attic, or maybe you have something valuable that you could sell that you didn't realize was valuable. So really good card for, really good energy here for like looking for resources, but you're going to have to look is part of the deal here. For others, again, pretty much every single sign so far has had something about a change, Chariot here. So a lot of you could be making a significant change kind of unexpectedly. Doesn't really surprise me. I think that we're just in a time of great change. I think we're in a major, major transition time. I mean, like whenever we have anything going on astrologically like we do right now, we usually experience great changes. We can see it in the world as well. So it wouldn't surprise me if you also are making a big change here. In the area of the retrograde itself, you have the flexible card. I feel like you need to be flexible at this time. I feel like it would be a good time to, kind of like look at multiple ways of doing things and coming up with new ways of doing things as well. And just, I would say roll with the punches with this energy. I don't think there are going to be any punches, but might be some like speed bumps and things like that this month. Not just this week, but this month. You have the Four of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, and the Three of Wands. I feel like for some of you, it's like someone can't let go of you here with this energy, even though they can't also tell the truth with the Seven of Swords. So I feel like you need to get rid of a person who is a liar, cheater, stealer with the Seven of Swords. I would kick them to the curb, plain and simple, because again, I don't think they're going to change with that Seven of Swords. It cracks me up whenever I see these people who like lie, cheat, whatever. But then they want to come back or whatever, but they're still not willing to change. It's like, they should, to me, adults just shouldn't do that stuff in the first place, but, maybe that's just me. But what I would say here is I feel like someone can't let go of you here, Virgo, with that Four of Pentacles. Like I said, I would be careful of anyone coming back from the past, especially if they're apologizing, because it could mess your day up for sure, if they're coming back. For others, I feel like this is saying it is time to get moving. Seven of Swords to me can kind of represent trying to make things perfect. He is trying to steal these swords from an army that's right back here on the card. He is trying to make it perfect. He is trying to make sure that they can't use the swords against him in the morning in battle. But guess what? There are still two swords here. He can't make something 100% perfect. Four of Pentacles, holding on too tightly to something. Three of Wands, waiting for the perfect moment when there never will be a perfect moment. So I feel like you need to get moving. I always tell people, like, for years, I let astrology control my life. Like, it would be Mercury retrograde. I'd be like, I can't start this project now because it's a retrograde. I can't start this thing now because it's a retrograde. And you know what I had to learn is it really doesn't matter. It's like, here's the thing. Is like you can say all you want that retrogrades make things confusing. Retrogrades, you shouldn't start something during a retrograde or whatever. But you know what I came to realize is, if you're meant to do something, it doesn't matter if every planet and its mother is retrograde. If you're meant to do something, then you'll be able to do it, plain and simple. Astrology doesn't control your life. And we can't let retrogrades control our lives because we would never get anything done. There's like pretty much always something retrograde. Mercury goes retrograde 3 times a year, sometimes 4 times a year, depending on what year it is. And so it's like we would never get anything done if we, kind of followed all those retrograde rules. So I'm not saying don't follow the rules. I am saying, pay extra attention during retrograde, but also don't let it stop you from doing things. Again, it wasn't until I just got moving on projects and things that I was working on that I became like a lot more successful and stopped allowing the retrogrades, the, whatever Jupiter was doing and, all that other stuff. Once I stopped caring about that, it's like things started moving forward. It's kind of funny how that works, right? So I feel like things will never be perfect, right? It's like we'll always make mistakes, and so we just have to kind of roll with the punches. We just have to be flexible, and we just have to figure things out as they come, right? So let's see here. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Pentacles. It's time to get moving. Knight of Pentacles says take action. He's taking no action at all. There's this empty field behind him. He just needs to plant the field, and he will have growth. He will experience growth. So it's time to get moving. With the Seven of Swords here, you have the Hermit, you showing up in a very strong position. I would be careful of any liar, cheater, stealer. For the Hermit says you have really kind of climbed to the top of the mountain. Like I said here, it's almost like you have healed from a liar, cheater, stealer situation. So don't allow it to mess your day up, like I said. With the Three of Wands, you have the Page of Swords here. I feel like some of you need to get moving. Page of Swords, again, can be a little bit of a stuck energy because, Page of Swords is a card of curiosity, but it's almost like seeking energy. He's like looking for things to be perfect. So I would let that go. But pretty good reading here, Virgo. We're going to pull 3 yes or no question cards now. I remembered. So we're going to do 1, 2, and 3. And feel free to pause this reading if you need time to think of your questions. But for question number 1, you have the Strength card. I would say yes. I feel like you've earned something. Whatever you're asking about, I feel like you've earned it. So yes. For question number 2, I would say yes, Hierophant. Good card. I feel like, again, I feel like these are kind of tied together. Some of you might not have 3 questions. You might only have 1 or 2, and just yes with these 2 cards together. And for question number 3, I would say yes, Queen of Cups. Very nice energy. So I would say yes. Putting this all together here, I would say that for some of you, this is like a rite of passage. Hierophant can represent a rite of passage, and the Strength card is something that required strength. So I feel like some of you could be like passing some sort of test from the universe here with these 3 cards. But it looks pretty good. Definitely could be love that leads to marriage coming in for you as well. But that's what I have for you here, Virgo. So thank you for being here, Virgo. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.